With me now is Drew Dilkens, the mayor of Windsor, Ontario, a city known as the automotive capital of Canada. Mayor, thank you very much for being here. Trump is to announce auto tariffs this hour. Your reaction to this, and are you worried of what will come out of this announcement?
Well, there is lots of concern in the community, of course. A large percentage of our employment is based in automotive manufacturing, in the parts sector, and tool, die, and mold. And so we're heavily reliant because of our supply chains here with the United States for employment in the auto industry. And certainly we're watching very eagerly what the president is saying right now.
What kind of impact could this have on the auto industry, specifically in Windsor?
Well, in our city, we're going to get hit first. We're going to get hit the hardest. And it's very, very difficult to say when a vehicle rolls off the finish line, whether it rolls off in Detroit or in Windsor, that it's been made in the United States or Canada, because the parts that go into those vehicles before they roll off the finish line have crossed the border 6 to 8 times before they roll off the finish line. And so they are truly made by hands of men and women in Mexico, in the United States, and in Canada. And we have probably the most tightly integrated supply chains of any industry between our nations. It's been built up since the 1960s with the Auto Pact. It gained more steam under the Free Trade Agreement and, of course, through NAFTA and USMCA. It's just part of our DNA here. And so we're watching for this announcement. We're hoping that it's a zero tariff, because when it comes to the production of automobiles and auto parts, they already roll back and forth between these countries tariff-free.
What have you been hearing from people who work in the industry? Is there fear that this could result in job losses?
Oh yeah, there's lots of fear, and certainly people are just trying to understand the basis of this decision, and are really saving for a rainy day. People are expecting the worst, and hoarding their pennies right now, trying to get through and figure out what happens today, what happens on April the 2nd, knowing that we have a premier who has our back, and we'll have a federal leader hopefully very soon that can put a lot of attention to this issue and make sure that if there is a tariff applied, that it's removed as quickly as possible, so we can continue building great automobiles for people who live in the United States, Canada, and Mexico.
Should that tariff not be removed, what is the answer? Is it reciprocal tariffs? Is it perhaps, putting tariffs on, or surcharges, I should say, on energy from Ontario to the U.S.? Or what does the government need to do?
Yeah, it's hard for me to say that anything that's going to hurt fellow Canadians is a good thing to do, but we have to be able to send a signal and a message back that this is not okay. We have built up these supply chains. We have built up our relationship with the United States over the course of decades. And the reality is, I think facts really matter in this conversation. The reality is we have increased GDP. We have created great supply chains. We have kept the price of goods in many industries low because the business is able to find efficient marketplaces to do their work and then ship the goods to market. And so this doesn't make a lot of sense to a lot of Canadians. It certainly doesn't make sense to us here in the city of Windsor, the auto capital of Canada, and also home to the busiest commercial border crossing between the United States and Canada. So we're watching this with eager anticipation that the president shows some respect to Canada and the relationships that we've built up. And if there is no respect shown today, we certainly hope that our leaders will move very, very quickly to engage with U.S. representatives to make sure that we can get the tariffs removed as quickly as possible.
Well, we know that you'll be watching very closely. We'll be watching very closely as well. I want to thank you for your time, and all the best to you as your city deals with whatever is to come this afternoon.
We're going to be fine. The sun will rise tomorrow. We'll make it to the other side, but we're going to need the support and make sure that all Canadians have our back down here in Windsor.
Okay, that is Drew Dilkens, the mayor of Windsor.